Room treatment is one of the least expensive things you can do to get better recordings. In this video, I'll show you what it does and how you can make room treatment on a budget. Thanks for joining me at Smith Music. My name is Paul Smith and I bring you in the studio and backstage, as well as do gear reviews and show musicians how to build careers. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and hitting the notifications bell. The first thing we're going to do is show you what room treatment does. Here's what an acoustic guitar sounds like in a typical untreated room. So the room that I'm in is about 8 by 10, maybe 10 by 10, a little bit smaller than an average bedroom. And I'm just talking into the mic that I'm going to use to record guitar here in a minute. And my guess is that you can hear a whole lot of room reflections into the microphone. If I clap my hands, there's a whole lot of reflections going on. So I'm just going to play, I'm just going to improvise something that is finger picking, chord strumming, and some individual notes so you get a sense of what an acoustic guitar sounds like in an untreated room. And for converters, this is a really inexpensive Audio-Technica 2035. I think they're a couple of $100, much like what people would use in a bedroom studio. And I'm just recording into a Zoom H4 that are same quality preamps and converters that a home studio would use as well. So this is pretty indicative of what most home studios would be dealing with, is room sound like this. Here's the same room with the same guitar using room treatment. I haven't moved the mic at all, and a little bit of an awkward camera position because the room is so small, and I put Gobos in front of where I was speaking before. So I have Gobos behind me and basically in a circle, and also then behind the mic. These are only 4 feet high, and treating the ceiling would be one of the most important things to do in a room like this. With this is an 8-foot ceiling, and but this should give you a sense of what a bit of room treatment could do, and especially when you bring it in close to the source. So I'm just talking into the same mic again, and I'm going to clap my hands like I did before. I hear a little bit of a room reflection, but not the gargantuan ringing that we had before. And here's not the same, here's a similar guitar line. What I've used here is 6 Gobos that I use when I'm tracking all the time. I bring them closer to the source to control the reflections in my very large live room. These are Ruxall Safe and Sound fiber board with plywood around them to hold them together. I covered them with breathable fabric at a cost of about $50 each. You don't always need to treat the room. If you're in an apartment, you could make something like this and bring them close to you when you're recording. When you're mixing, you can bring them close to you as well. Ideally, you do want a treated room, but this can do a lot for you. For the best source on room treatment, I recommend checking out Ethan Weiner and his company, Real Traps. Ethan is the person that I used to consult about my studio build, and it was worth every penny. In the YouTube description, you can find links to any equipment or software used in this video. Thanks for joining me in the studio and backstage.